What is up, YouTube? It's Vince the Prince again, back here. Obviously, today is Thursday, and Thursdays we do mock drafts. So we still have a lot of spots open here. We might end up making it a 10-man if we don't get enough people, just so that way there's not too many bots. So if you have some people that want to join today, for some reason it's a slow day. Uh, but Big Money Joe is here. He says, "What is up, yo?" How you doing, Big Money? Always grateful for you getting in right when we make the link. But how's y'all's Thursday going? I mean, what are we, like 3 weeks or less maybe out from football? So pretty much this mock draft is going to be what you would want to be happening in your mock draft 3 weeks from now. So obviously, I've asked some of the league members here or the ones that are in the draft to see if they want to go ahead and make this a 10-man, because I have a 10-man draft in about, I'd say, 10 or so days, something like that. So next weekend, basically. But it's going to be up to y'all what you guys want to do. So let me know. We will give it a few more minutes for people to come in. Uh, question says, what does it sound what does it sound like when doves cry? Hmm. I'm not too sure, man. You got to let me know on that one. I haven't heard that one yet. So let me know what your thoughts are. That's an interesting question. But today, there's no specific type of draft that I'm going to do. I sent something funny in the Discord stating that I was going to do an all tight end draft. And if this draft ends up being a whole bunch of bots, I may do something silly, something like that too. But we'll go ahead and find out what happens right now. AJ and Reed are busy at the moment. They may join later on, but we'll just see how this thing goes. I want to make this a 10-man, but I might leave it because I'm not too sure if Andrea is going to be able to make it in this one, because when I change it just like that, if you guys see there on the screen, it kicks Andrea off. So let me go ahead and take this thing off. But yeah, so Andrea's not there. So I want her to be in this draft. So I do believe that I will leave it at the 12-man just for now. We'll see what happens here. Gonna give it again approximately 5 more minutes or so. So go ahead and leave some comments down. Oh, it's a song, Prince. Damn old. I feel like I've heard that before. But yeah, it just didn't click for me, Maybe I haven't listened to it as many times as I wanted to. But let's see. It seems like Andrea is on. Hopefully she's watching the stream too. Andrea, I was going to ask you to go ahead and move down to another spot if you're willing to. We want to make this a 10-man just because we don't want so many bots going through. But let me know if you have a 12-man that's coming up soon, and we'll try to leave it there. But it seems like you like that last pick, and there's probably a reason for it. Big Money moves to 1. That's interesting there. I'm going to move to 8 because in that 10-man, I'm at the 8th position. So we'll wait a little bit to see if Andrea comments again. Once it hits about 706, 707, I'm going to end up changing it to a 10-man. If she's not responding, then obviously, hopefully, she can move down in quite some time right now. But yeah, so again, football starts pretty dang soon. We are like 3 to 4 weeks out. I did get a notification that the game in Brazil on September 7th, I believe, or September 5th, we'll be having a cool concert. If you guys know who Karol G is, she is I guess, a Latino artist. So me and my wife listen to some of her music too. So she's actually going to be watching the game with me. So it should be fun. She usually doesn't watch football with me, but she'll kind of watch every now and then when I ask her. But let's see. So I'm just fiddling here with everything. Again, snake draft. I'm going to move it to team 10 there, or to 10 teams. And hopefully Andrea can pick another team so that way she can be present in this draft. Oh, there she is. Yeah, there you go. Latina reggaeton artist. Yeah. So you know what's up. Andrea says, where? Got it. There you go. She's on number 10 now. So again, we'll wait like one more minute to see if anybody else is going to join. I will message down in the Discord that we are starting soon. So we'll get this going pretty soon. But right now, I just want to get some more people in here so it's not so many bots. We know that bots can kind of pick the same types of players or sometimes even randomize it. But interesting. Do you have a draft coming soon, Big Money, where you're at the one position, or you just want to get who you want to get in this one for funsies? But yeah, so I'm probably going to end up starting this draft. We'll go ahead and click the button. There's Ray. Perfect. Ray is in here. Maybe I will wait just a tiny bit more as Ray gets himself positioned, and we'll see what happens. So we got 5 people in here now, including myself. 5 more spots open here. I guess I will wait one more minute just to see if anybody else joins, and we will go ahead and get this rolling. But yeah, I haven't done a live podcast in a while by myself, but I got to start getting used to it again just because probably we'll end up doing some games by myself or maybe even a Seahawks talk after a Seahawks game like AJ does with the 49ers by myself. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what the fandom requires and requests this year. But it should be a fun year, I think. There's Hoist Man, so there you go. We're getting some new takers. I guess we'll wait again just to see if anybody else joins. But yeah, 4 spots available, guys. For those of you watching, thank you for tuning in, and we will get this started very, very shortly, I promise you. Let's see. Alrighty. So I think I will start this. Usually we have a few more people here, but again, AJ and Reed aren't here, so that's why there are a few more spots open today. But we'll go ahead and start this in 3, 2, and 1. You are on the board now, Big Money. So Ray is now on board. And so, Big Money, do you think that Jamar Chase is the undisputed number 1 overall pick? I know we've talked about this before, and we've also had Kyrie come back into the Gold League chat and say that he was correct and I was wrong. And you also backed me a little bit on saying that we both thought similar options there for what's it called? For CD Lamb. So obviously, we were both thinking the same thing. I think here I'm going to go with Puka Nacua. Actually, yeah, I'll go Puka Nacua. I just don't know if I trust 100% that Stafford will be healthy the entire year. I do feel like something is going to give where he's not able to play the entire season. Obviously, I don't wish that upon him, but if it happens, it happens, you know. I'm not going to be the one to be a bearer of bad news or anything. But yeah, you never know. So in my opinion, I'm just going to keep it safe there. I think Puka Nacua, whoever's throwing him the ball, will be a dog. This is going to be a different one here. I like Brian Thomas Jr., so I'm going to take him over Nico Collins. I like Nico Collins, but again, this could be another down year for the Texans. So I'm not 100% sure on how this is going to roll. Let's see. Big Money says Kyrie was right, but Chase has a better quarterback with chemistry going back to LSU. Yeah, and I think that's why when they started with the Bengals there, they were off to a hot start, and it was something that was, kind of anticipated with how they did at LSU, but we just didn't know how the level of skill set was going to be for them coming into the NFL, because we know that basically the NFL and college football are 100%, 1,000% different. So we just didn't know how spectacular they were going to be, and they hit it off. I mean, going to the playoffs pretty deep in that year. and then always being very competitive with whoever they're playing. But again, we all know they just do not have a defense to save their lives. So it is what it is, but can't really fault them. Can't really fault Kyrie for going with the guys that are on his team, because we know that he loves the Bengals. Let's see. I'm just trying to throw everybody off here with who I'm going to be taking. There are some people that are on my radar here, but I'm not going to give all my secrets out today. Hoistman gets Lamar Jackson, which is going to end up leaving me James Cook. He just got paid. I really like where he's going with that team. A lot of touchdowns, so hopefully he can repeat that this year. It's great for fantasy. Obviously, he is a ball hawk type of guy too, who can run out of the backfield and actually get a lot of points too. So I really do like that about him. So that's why I'd rather get him than another tertiary wide receiver at this point in time. And there are quite a bit of good running backs here still on the board. So if you are going to go running back, Omarion Hampton was who I was probably going to get there. So since that happens, I am most likely going to go for a quarterback here. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. You can't go wrong there with a guy who is also a touchdown merchant. So can't fault me there, boys. But while Hoistman is on the board here, let's see who has the best draft so far through 3 rounds, going into the 4th round here midway through. So obviously I like my team, but that's a little biased. I think so far with just the first 3 rounds, I really like possibly Hoistman's. Again, I don't know how HN is going to play. It's just dependent on how that offense plays. But Ray Gamer doesn't have a bad one. Big Money doesn't have a bad one. Master Jedi, I do like CD Lamb. Again, I'm just not a Cowboys dude, so I probably won't end up getting CD Lamb if he falls to me there. But Nico Collins is a really good one. I was skeptical to get him over Brian Thomas, and I ended up going Brian Thomas there. Like him a lot better, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Now let's see who is on the board. Again, we've had some news about some of these players who possibly might get some suspensions here and there. A guy like Rashee Rice might be suspended. Another rookie running back, we'll see if I can remember his name, Quinshawn Junkins. They basically dropped his case right now, so he is now ripe for the picking. I know Reed was very skeptical about drafting him, but he ended up doing that. Gamer King says, "Hey fam, what's up, man? How you doing? We're here drafting, and I know you're drafting here with us too. So hopefully you're getting who you want to get." And Hoistman, man, taking Kenneth Walker. That was another guy that I was looking at there. I don't think this is the year that I will be going with Alvin Kamara. I just feel like the writing is now getting on the wall there. I haven't said this yet, but I do think that Kamara is a guy who could possibly not get hurt, hopefully, but he might not play the same as he used to. So it says, W Vince, what's up, gamer? Thanks. And Big Money says Judkins got a good lawyer. Yeah, he got them to drop that case, man. So definitely something good for him. Obviously, you don't want your star running back that you just drafted to go ahead and bite the dust there. It's just not a good look. So I think I'm going to go with another number 1 wide receiver here. And actually, I'll go with Devontae Smith. I like that Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts connection. I was going to go DJ Moore, but I think there's just so many mouths to feed. And now they have, obviously, their new head coach who's going to change things up. They have a new offensive coordinator there that may end up playing well, but again, we just don't know. Or end up coaching well, we just don't know. And Caleb Williams, I just really can't trust the guy. From what I've seen from his development, from what I've seen from last year, I'm not a fan. I knew that he wasn't going to be the guy coming into these first few years, but I really haven't seen any development throughout the season when he played or in practice. So we'll see what happens there. But I think the Bears are going to bear it up again. So it's probably not a good thing. The one guy I do believe in here is going to be DeAndre Swift. He was a guy who averaged a lot of yardage per carry, and I think that's something that has to be taken obviously with a grain of salt, but I think he can do it again. Obviously, averaging like high fours to low fives per carry. DeAndre Swift is just a dog. So I think with the upgraded O line, I don't think Caleb Williams will be the savior there. I think it's going to be the O line and giving the ball to their running backs, and they might share. I know that's a pretty big skepticism there. That in the Bears locker room, they might share the ball. Gamer says, I still think DJ Moore as a flex is fine with top 16 wide receiver. Yeah. In PPR, better than half PPR, though. Agree. I do like him. It's just like I'm not 100% sure if I want to grab him like that. But I think here for my third running back, I think I'm going to take a risk on Quinshon Judkins. It's something interesting that I'll have to look into as he starts to practice with the team. But obviously, still some skepticism there on who is going to be the number one running back as we take a look at his I guess I can't look at his chart there. But obviously, I know that Jerome Ford is there, and there is another running back there that could end up usurping him. But we'll just have to wait and see. Again, all these rookies coming in, you give them the benefit of the doubt, but we just don't know how they will perform at this point in time. So let's move back here. My roster doesn't look too bad. I like what Big Money is doing over here, guys. He got two stellar wide receivers who should be the wide receiver ones there, and he is stacking up on running backs, making sure that the running backs that he does get, he is most likely going to have at least two starting running backs. So very interesting draft style there. I've seen it go that way to where people just draft running backs and wide receivers, and then they grab a late round quarterback. So definitely something to check into. But here, I'm going to go ahead and grab Evan Ingram. I do like the situation that he's at with Denver at this point in time. I do think it's a possibility that he could end up being a very, very good tight end there again. We saw him fall off with the Jaguars last year. Strange is also another tight end to really draft for. But obviously, it's up to you on what you think there. I don't know if I'm going to go with Khalil Shakir. Sorry, I accidentally clicked on him. I think I'm going to go with Emeka Egbuka. I really believe in this guy and how he is going to perform in the NFL. He just has a great roster around him. Baker Mayfield throwing him the ball, I think it's going to benefit him in his production. Let's see who Ray gets here. I got Warren. Okay, so it seems like running backs are running thin already. So I'm glad that for me, at least, I got three running backs that I think I could be able to believe in here. I wouldn't be too sad about it. But yeah, Brandon Ayuk all the way down to the 10th is pretty insane there. I guess this is a 10-man league, but I feel like he's gone way higher, like in the 7th round. But it could just be AJ and a couple other 49ers fans who like him a lot. Let's see. I'm now on the board here. So there are quite a bit of running backs there. There is one guy that I am still keeping my eye on there. And I think for now, I'm going to have to go with a wide receiver at this point in time. Somebody I think is going to do really good. I know you guys may think I'm reaching here, but I just want to make sure that I get these guys that I really do like and have looked into on how they're recovering, as well as how they should be used on that roster. Obviously, Shaheed does not have a stellar quarterback like he used to with Derek Carr. Not that he was stellar, but he was serviceable. Now he has that guy Shroud or something like that. Don't even remember his name. But it doesn't look very good for him. So I'm just still taking a risk there down here in the 11th round for this 10-man draft. And I think the other guy that I would probably end up going with is, I've heard a lot about Trey Harris, but I'm not too sure. Obviously, they did re-sign their old man. Can't remember his name. Let me check. Keenan Allen. There you go. Popped up into my head. So I think a serviceable one will be Michael Pittman getting down here in the 12th. Only have 3 rounds left, so now we'll start looking into a defense and a kicker at this point in time. But there are a lot of guys that you can get in these 10-mans. Obviously, the bigger your draft gets with different players, the more you really look at this top stellar type of options versus the guys that could make an impact. Here in these 10-mans or smaller leagues, like 8-man, if you ever played an 8-man, there's so much skill out there left on the benches. So even if you have a guy that gets hurt, you can definitely grab a guy off waivers and know that he is starting. Let's see. I don't know if anybody took my Seattle defense. Nope, not yet. See if Master Jedi does or Team 7 off the rip. There you go. So I will get my Seattle Seahawks here. And I probably will get a nice kicker here somewhere. We'll see what falls to me there. But Andrea is on the clock here. Obviously, guys, it is pretty slow today. So if you guys do want to have another draft, let me know down in the comments, and I will set one up pretty quickly. But at this point in time, we'll probably just go through everybody's teams in this 10-man, rate them, and go from there. I really do like Chase McLaughlin with Tampa Bay for the kicker there. He's probably a guy that I've been drafting if I can't get Cameron Dicker there. But a guy who should be rising is Cam Little, who hit that 70-yarder in the preseason. So obviously it won't go down in the record books because it's a preseason kick. But there are kickers out here that can freaking kick the ball across the field, guys. So there's a lot of guys that we can do to get you points on the board here. Gamer says, yeah, I'll do another one. Pretty good. So let me know if you want me to rate your team too in this 10-man, or if you just want to jump right into another draft here, and I'll go ahead and set one up. But on the come around here, Ray is on the clock. So he got Trey Harris down to big money. So let me see here. So big money is on the clock. Again, I will just be taking my last pick here, and then I will start to set up for another draft. But again, let me know, guys, if you want to join the draft. I will make another one, but if not, we'll probably just keep it light today, as it is a pretty slow day here. Obviously, I want to stay on as long as possible, but if it's just not flowing like it's flowing, obviously we'll have to improvise and use our time wisely here while we hang out. So, Ray Gamer, you got your last pick there, and then I will review your team as soon as we're done here. I'll review every single team, even if you want me to or not. Just going to go ahead and see what you guys are drafting here. I'm going to go ahead and go with Brenton Strange. I do like him as a sneaky tight end. He is the starter there. So, yeah. All righty. So, I do believe that Ray Gamer wanted me to go ahead and rate his team. Big Money says he forgot to get a kicker. That's okay. In these 10-man leagues, there's going to be at least 22 other kickers that you can pick up at any point in time. So if your roster before the season starts, somebody gets hurt, or you just don't like what they're going to be doing, you can drop them for a kicker and easy peasy. Or even if a guy goes on IR, you can definitely just swap them out. So let's go to Ray Gamer here. He got Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Lavin Conkey, Garrett Wilson, Chuba Hubbard, DJ Moore, Baker Mayfield, Myers, Addison, Warren, Charbonnet, Prescott, Aubrey, Trey Harris, and the Bills defense. So definitely love your kicker, obviously. A very good kicker. I do like the depth here. Obviously, this is a 10-man, so the depth is going to be much better. Everything is going to be higher skill level versus a 12-man or 14-man league when we do those. But Ladd McConkey and Garrett Wilson are great guys to have here in the PPR. Same for DJ Moore and Myers. Looks like the running backs look very good too. Workhorses for their teams. Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs. We know Green Bay and Atlanta just run the rock. And Chuba Hubbard could be getting a lot of work going. Obviously, there is some guys behind him that could eat into his production, like Rico Dowdle. I've heard some little inklings there that there is a possibility Rico Dowdle could go as like an RB 1B, if you know what that term means. So basically, they're both starters, but they're just splitting carries, like Montgomery and Gibbs. But a very good draft here. I love the Baker Mayfield and Dak Prescott picks there. Those guys could definitely be top 10 quarterbacks. So for a 10-man here, I think I'm going to go with a B+. I don't know if you've creeped into the A yet, just because there are a lot of teams that could definitely draft very well. So I'll go with big money here. I really like what he did with the running backs, honestly. So you've got Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, Chase Brown, Devontae Adams, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Travion Henderson, which is a sneaky pick there. He could be very good. Johnson, Robinson, Ayuk for his last third receiver. Murray, Broncos, May, Blue, and Coleman. Obviously, not so many wide receivers, but in these 10-mans, you can definitely get some sleeper guys in those later rounds like Ayuk and Coleman, who could be very, very serviceable for you. I definitely love what you did with running backs here. I think I might have to steal this strategy going into my 10-man, so that way I can just hoard running backs and see who hits. But I like that you took some risk here with Travion Henderson and I think it's Caleb Johnson. It's a good thing I didn't say his first name earlier. Those guys can be very sneaky. They could be top 10 running backs if they actually play well. Gamer says, thanks, fam. Of course. Again, guys, let me know in the comments if you want to do another one. If not, we will be ending the stream early. But Master Jedi, if you are still watching, I'm going to go through your team as well. CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Kyron Williams, Breece Hall, Patrick Mahomes, Mark Andrews, Jalen Waddle, Tony Pollard, Cooper Kupp, good job. Juwan Jennings, no, I'm just joking. Tucker Kraft, CJ Stroud, Eagles, Bates, and Eckler to cover it all out. So I like that Eckler pick down there at the end of the 15th, just because Eckler, as we know, pretty much was like a 1B type running back with Brian Robinson there to go ahead and accompany him. So it could be a sneaky pick there where he ends up getting 50% of the snaps and is pretty good for a guy you got in the 15th round. Love Tucker Kraft. He's a very, very sneaky tight end. You also got Mark Andrews. So these guys can definitely swap in and out depending on matchup. But I like the team, honestly. CeeDee Lamb and Nico Collins are really good guys to have. I wanted Kyron Williams to fall to me. I was going to get him and then see if I could sneak James Cook in there as well. That was my original plan, but obviously never goes that way. Breece Hall, I'm a little bit of a skeptic on him so far. I just think that it's not going to be his year. But Big Money says trade bait RB strategy. Yeah, I've done it before, and it works out pretty good, honestly. Especially if there's injuries. I mean, it's always good to grab the handcuffs or any guys that you want. He also says, I'm down for one more. Andrew says one more. And Pouring Henny. I love the name. That's cool. This is kind of join the mic drop if y'all do another one. Yeah, let me go ahead and copy this URL here, and I will send it to y'all in the Sleeper app as well as here on YouTube. so that way we can get this going. So let me send it. I'm going to send it into the going live little spot there for y'all. So let me go ahead and open this up, copy the link. Andrea, did you want me to rate your last team before I close this out? Let me know. So I will be changing my spot here. I'm going to let everybody else choose. So that way we can get this rolling. So I'm going to post it here in the comments for you, Pouring Henny. Go ahead and click that link there, and it should allow you to get there. He says, thanks, haha, I love my Henny. Yeah, a lot of people do for sure. Never tried it, but I've heard it's a very strong drink for sure. Andrea says, sure. So let me go ahead and rate her team right before we get this going. So she got Malik Neighbors, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Amarin Hampton, DK Metcalf, Harvey, Hawkinson, Ridley, Mason, Golden, Purdy, Dobbins, Bigsby. Yeah, Bigsby was a guy that I was going to end up getting, but I just forgot about him over here while I was getting Shaheed and Pittman. So obviously I forgot to grab him here. So you ended up getting Tank Bigsby, but I think he is a guy who could end up starting over ETN. Basut Tutin is also a guy that could end up getting there, but we just haven't heard enough from that squad yet. But here I really like that you do that flip-flop with the wide receivers, running backs. It is a good strategy to make sure that you get a well-rounded, flex in there too as well. Metcalf and Harvey are great sneaky guys to get in the 5th and 6th. This one, I think I'm going to go with a solid B here. Obviously, like Brock Purdy, but there's maybe some guys that would have gotten different, and I'm not too sure how Hawkinson is going to do as a tight end. So if you had gotten a better tight end there, maybe even Njoku later on, gotten a better wide receiver here, like Jared Judy, I would have liked this team a lot more. But again, that's my bias. So don't listen to me if you think that it is not what you would have done for sure. But yeah, I just don't know how Hawkinson is going to do. Last year, he finished as the number 33 tight end, as you can see there. Not some very good numbers, only played half the season. But as you see here, nothing really insane above, 12 points. Very consistent, though. So not a bad guy to get in the 7th. But I think there are other tight ends here that could be those better options, in my opinion. But that's just me. I love tight ends. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to end up going in the 3rd position here. So let me know if you guys are ready, and we'll go ahead and start. Says, there we go. That was tweaking for me for a second. And Andrea says, my internet went out there. Oops, sorry. But I was going to rate you a B on that last one over here. So a B there for me. I like the sneaky picks at the end with Dobbins and Tank Bigsby, who could end up making a difference for you in the long run. But I think that's going to be it for us guys right here, joining in here. So we're going to go ahead and start this draft. Hopefully, Andrea is ready to roll. Let me know, Andrea. Big Money says, I love tight ends. Pause. Oh, yeah. But I don't know, man. I've always just taken a liking to tight ends, and I always want to draft them because I just think they make a huge difference, especially if you have a flex where you can put a tight end in there. There's just some guys that you can get for sure. So again, hopefully Andrea is ready to roll. Yeah, she says ready. Awesome. So let's go ahead and start. Andrea, you are now on the clock. Ooh, so Jamar Chase could fall to you there. Let me go ahead and change these settings. I'm going to put on 30 seconds here. I see that it starts at 2 minutes for some reason. And yes, I did on my pick, guys, so I let Andrea have her time. But here, I really think that Bijan Robinson is a unit to go ahead and grab here. So I really like if you're in 3rd position and Bijan falls to you. If you look at last year, I mean, he was a freaking beast. I guess it is. Oh, yeah. Show player card right here. Obviously, the number 4 running back, number 17 overall. He's just a great guy to have, in my opinion. So there you go. Jay Jettis falls to Pouring Henny. So what is y'all's strategy going into this? Do you guys have a certain position that you're at? First mock of the season. I need to do this. Yeah. So, Porn Henny, is yours the 7th position there for your draft? Or what is going on here? You just wanted to do a draft just for fun. So I always like to see where you guys are placed in y'all's draft. Again, many strategies. If you're at the front end, you obviously want to get the best guy that you can because you're going to be waiting a while. But obviously, if you're at the end, you get those back-to-back well-rounded picks. For me, I'm in that 8th position, just like Pouring Henny is in my draft that happens in a week or so. So should be pretty fun. But here, I do not like getting guys from the same team, so it would want me to get Drake London. But I think I'm going to go ahead and double down this time, and I'm going to get Bucky Irving. So double down on the running backs there. I don't like where the wide receivers are. Don't like Drake London for myself, especially if the same guy on the team. But let's see who Andrea gets here. There is one wide receiver that I would love to get, and it's going to be my guy, JSN. Obviously, there are skepticisms here on how he will do. He was the number 14th wide receiver overall, but obviously last year he had DK Metcalf on his team. So definitely something different as of an offense there. I do think we were going to be super run heavy for the Seahawks, but it is what it is. I'm a believer in him. So Gamer says, I'm still struggling on who to get at tight end. There's a lot of guys that I think you should wait till the end, those farther rounds, if you don't want to take a guy in the first 5 rounds. There are a lot of guys. Pouring Henny says, in my redraft league, I'm in the 9th spot. Nice. So this is lost in the championship last year. Yeah, I think I did that in one of mine too. It was actually for a trophy, so it was a trophy league. I lost to another guy. His name was Vince as well. So we've been friends since high school. So I wasn't mad that he won. So he got the trophy. Let's see. But I am looking to win a few leagues this year, as you always should try to win a few leagues. But it's definitely just fun playing with your buddies and talking smack when you beat them. But obviously, the thing to do is to win the league. That's what you want to do. Let's see. So big money's on the clock here. Hopefully he is not going to go into auto draft. Andrea says she's in the 4th and 12th spot. That's awesome. Yeah. Uh-oh. Big money. Make sure you get off auto, my guy. But here I'm going to go ahead and get down on another running back here, Kenneth Walker. If I can snag him, I really love that. Obviously, I'm getting a guy from the same team. I said that I didn't want to do that with Atlanta, but I'm just a little biased here. So, I believe in my guys so far. But here I will probably go ahead and go for my 2nd wide receiver. Again, I think I'm going to go with Courtland Sutton. I'm going to do a little bit of a reach here. I just really like how Courtland Sutton plays. As you see, last year he was the number 10 wide receiver, number 65 overall. He's just very consistent. So as my secondary guy, I think JSN is going to be very consistent. I think Courtland Sutton is going to be very consistent. So those are kind of my safe wide receiver picks from not grabbing one in the first 2 rounds. Go ahead and roll down there. Again, last draft, I got a quarterback here in the 4th or 5th round. This time, I'm going to wait for a quarterback. So based on where I pick, my strategy changes. Gamer says, I feel like mostly I don't get a tight end in the first 6 or 7 rounds. So if you don't get them there, the obvious guys for me are obviously waiting all the way down to get Brenton Strange. You can get David Njoku. You can get Tucker Kraft. A lot of people are doing that later rounds. Kyle Pitts, if you want to take the risk. I wouldn't, in my opinion. Zach Ertz, Brenton Strange, if you want to wait all the way to one of those last rounds. And obviously, Hunter Henry is also serviceable there for New England. So definitely a lot of options there for you. I think I was on the clock, so let me go ahead and grab my next guy. I'm going to go with another guy who I think is going to be very consistent. Oops, I guess it auto-picked for me. So how do I get off auto-pick? Oh, here it is. So it got me Patrick Mahomes. It's not who I wanted. I wanted Tetsuya McMillan. So Andrea is now on the clock. So I just hope that Tetsuya is there for me. So we'll see what Andrea gets right here. But obviously, I would have picked McMillan here versus Patrick Mahomes, but it is what it is. I was too busy talking about tight ends. So Tetsuya falls to me. I like that. I think I'll run with it. Obviously, next round, I do believe that I am going to. Hey, is that Reed?
Good morning.
How's it going? Did you just wake up or what?
Literally, yeah. I fell asleep at like 2 o'clock for a quick nap, on my day off. I literally just woke up.
How funny, man. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just on here. Got the guys rolling here. It's our second mock draft of the day.
Okay.
We're doing a 10-man just because I have a 10-man happening pretty soon, and we only got like 5 to 6 people today that are actively drafting.
Gotcha. All right.
So, how's the day off, man? Just chilling.
Well, I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was never able to fall asleep, and that's why I'm tired now, or I was tired then.
That makes sense.
And now I've just completely screwed my whole sleep schedule
For tomorrow.
Yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to fall asleep tonight or whatever. I got to eat dinner still. This guy right here, Max, my dog, he's probably going to go poo right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't had dinner, so he's probably really pissed at me.
I'm surprised he hasn't like jumped at you to wake you up or anything.
He's kind of just chilling right now. It's weird.
How funny. All right, so big money is on the clock here. Big money. Hopefully you can get your pick going soon. There you go, Mark Andrews. Nice. So I think I'm going to take the risk here since I got Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, auto picked for me there. But I'm going to go with the Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes duo there.
Oh, you're going to be living and dying by the Chiefs, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're losing a bunch of wide receivers, so Travis Kelce should be able to resurge sometime in those weeks where Rashee Rice might get suspended. But we'll see. Gamer says depends on who's there, though. If Kittle somehow falls to the 5th round, sure. Yeah, why not? Pouring Henny says in my Dynasty 11 keeper league, 8 teams, I pick 5th. The draft is pretty crazy, though. Oh, yeah. The Dynasty 11 keeper league. So you keep 11 players, I'm assuming that's what it is. But that's pretty cool. Gamer also says, hi, Reed. Says, I like the Mahomes and Kelce stack still. Yeah, obviously you want to go ahead and get on that stack until it's dead in the water. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with a pick that I've never gotten before. I'm going to go with Matthew Golden there.
He should be our most consistent guy at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to take a risk on a guy that you get in the first round, So
I don't know what I think Jaden Reed his status is, but during a preseason game, he was just in a boot, so I don't know. I don't know what his injury is. I haven't heard an update personally, but Christian Watson out for the start. I heard he's recovering quickly though.
Okay.
But Romeo Doubs and Matthew Golden sounds like are going to be our 2 healthiest guys start of the season.
Dang, that's pretty wild.
Yep, and who knows what Jordan Love's going to be back.
I know. I saw that too. So it is not going well for y'all so far.
Not for preseason. Hopefully everything just gels together, man.
Oh, yeah. So it'll work its way out somehow.
Yeah.
So this is a guy that falls to me here, Jordan Mason. I like him in Minnesota. Again, Aaron Jones has a reputation for hurting his hamstring. So Jordan Mason might get some good.
Best handcuff in the draft, man.
I think so. Let's
Unless Jordan Mason goes down, that's going to be the best handcuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Here, I think I'm going to go with... I think I'll go with Michael Pittman. I'm going to die on that sword there. I think Pittman could end up being a serviceable guy, especially getting him down in the 11th round.
How much is Brandon Ayuk being paid? Like $30 million right?
Dude, he's getting paid so much. I think he's for sure
I've
he's a
never,
top 10 wide receiver as a payment.
I don't understand how he's fallen so far when he's getting paid so much. That's the most crazy situation I've ever seen.
I think it's has to be because of his injury status.
For sure.
Obviously, he might be out a week, just week 1. He might be out until week 2.
Yeah.
They just don't know like his status on when he's going to be 100% healthy with that ACL
That's
injury.
still
It's just
crazy.
yeah. I mean, here he's all the way down to the 112th pick. So obviously in these 10 mans, he could go all the way down to the 12th round, 11th round. It's just insane.
That's
Especially
wild.
for a guy that's supposed to be your number 1 wide receiver on the team there for San Francisco.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he could be a league winner, if he comes back and plays to his contract. That's a league winner, right?
I would think so, honestly. Especially if you get him all the way down there.
Depends if he can play to that league contract that he got. You know?
Big Money says sorry has the crappy reception, and he says Reed.
What's up, Big Money? I just woke up.
I woke up like this. I'm gonna reach over here for Tank Bixby. I do think he and Basul Tootin have the opportunity to steal this backfield from Etienne. I just don't believe in Travis Etienne all that much.
Unfortunately, not.
But you put him at the 1 though, Reed, right? And you bet on him.
Listen, all of our trusts got broken that day. Okay,
dude, he was right. He was right there, and then he got injured, and then he just like got pulled out. He couldn't even.
They're on the 1 yard line. Don't put ETN in when I have a anytime touchdown on ETN. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me.
It was so funny.
And I see it live.
Alrighty, here I'm gonna go with Rashid Shaheed. I really liked what he did last year. I'll show it here on the screen. He's a number 84th receiver, but he only played like 5 games here. So if he could get back to anything close to this, I mean, at this ADP down here, get him down over here in the 13th round, 133rd
you
pick.
Redo your pick.
Oh, I guess so. I guess that's my commissioner type thing. Remove player.
Whoa.
I wonder if I can do it for someone else. Yeah, I can do it for somebody else too.
That's crazy, bro.
I know, right? Just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go way up here, remove Saquon Barkley, and then just like pick him.
That's wild.
I'm gonna do that for our league.
I knew you're corrupt.
I would never.
Huh.
But no, yeah. So this will probably be the last draft, you guys. We'll let Reed go feed his dog and take him out to go poo.
I gotta eat too, man.
And Reed's gotta eat, yeah. So if you want me to rate your team, go ahead and put it down in the comments down below, and I will rate it. We're getting down here to the last 2 rounds, which is mostly kickers, defenses, and some random guys that you believe in. So go ahead and get those final picks in, and we will move along.
Listen,
what's up?
Do you believe in Pitts this year as our tight end guy?
Sorry, dude, I don't.
He's 24.
I don't care.
He's 24 now.
I don't care.
He's been so young. Been so young with such terrible offenses. This is his breakout year.
I don't know. Gamer says 1.11. Is that where he's drafting him or something?
No. I'm not sure.
I mean, there is a possibility that Kyle Pitts, resurges and actually plays well, but I just don't know if he's gonna, be one of those top 10 tight ends. They have Drake London there. They have who's that other guy? Moore, I think, is also on the Falcons, and they have obviously Bijan Robinson, who's going to take a whole chunk of that backfield and the touches. Drake London's also going to take a whole bunch of those touches as well. So I'm not 100% sure on him. I think if he's an option, he's the 4th option at best. He did well with Michael Penix at the end of the year, but it just wasn't to me. It wasn't for me.
Come on, Big Money Joe. You got to believe.
He says I'm at 9. Do you want me to rate your team? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Mr. Magic says the gang. What's up, Mr. Magic? How you doing? He says, "Oh yeah, man. What you think about the squad? I'd be really happy if this was a real draft. Honestly, I'll check it out right now." Magic says, "Vince, who do you like the most if you're at the 1.05 full PPR?" I'll get to that right now. Gamer says, "I accidentally clicked on Kincaid but meant Dobbins. R.I.P." All right. So if you are at the 5 here, obviously most of the guys that are going to be available for you are these guys right here. It just depends on who you're going to go with your strategy. Are you going running back first? Are you going wide receiver first? If I'm at the 5 and I have the pick of the wide receivers and I have the pick of the running backs, I think I would safely pick either Gibbs or Puka Nakua. Again, if Stafford is not healthy, he still has what's his name, Jimmy G, to throw to him, and they're just going to force feed Puka Nakua. It's going to be Kyron and Nakua the entire time, every single game.
Bro.
Devontae,
stealing all the targets. Nakua should be a second or third round wide receiver, in my opinion.
I don't know. I like Nakua. I think he's a good guy. He's still going to get his touches, and he's a very good yak runner. So he's shown it every single year, just making the surge up and up and up. And I think he will be the true number 1. But yeah, Devontae Adams definitely is going to get his touches too. So, but if I had to choose, I think it would go Puka Nakua, Kyron Williams, and then Devontae Adams in that order of like how many touches they get throughout the season. That's just me though. I think Ray Gamer told me, and as well as Pouring Henny. So I'm going to go over Pouring Henny first because he just comes in the 8th spot. You got Jefferson, Brown, Cook, Evans, Flowers, Laporta, Henderson, Goff, Jennings, Williams, Purdy, Dobbins, Tesla. That's a funny guy. I don't know. It's weird to draft those guys, in my opinion. Boswell and Texans. Jefferson, I really like it. A.J. Brown is a good accompaniment. Again, it's just based on J.J. McCarthy. So I definitely like those 2 picks. They should be getting the ball as long as they can get the ball, you know. But here, I think your running backs are just a little bit light for me. James Cook is going to be a bell cow, hopefully, as well as getting a lot of receptions. But Travion Henderson, you're definitely taking a risk there, hoping that they are going to pound the rock with him or pass the ball to him a whole ton with the New England Patriots offensive style now. But overall, I think I'm going to go with possibly a B- here. I just don't like you getting Goff there. I think you should have gone with another running back at that point in time. Pollard was there. Swift was there. Brian Robinson for Washington was there. I would have just gone with a different running back instead of Goff and still gotten Purdy later on. But yeah, it's just going to be the running backs for me. I think that's what brings your score down, in my opinion. But again, that is me. Again, I could be totally wrong, but usually we are not. Big Money says, "Hey, I said Pitts last stream and everyone laughed at me." Not Reed. Reed, you're gonna get Pitts.
I believe
right?
this year.
He
if I can get in the right spots, I will.
He believes. All right, Ray, I'll get to yours right now. He says CD, Gibbs, Saquon, JJ. Who's the best out of those? I would probably have to say Gibbs. I think if what the Lions are gonna do with a new offensive scheme, they will pound the rock to Gibbs. CD and now Pickens are going to be splitting, as well as whatever that running back trio or duo is going to do there in Dallas. So definitely CD might have a little bit of a dink down there with touches. But I mean, honestly, if Saquon is there, which I don't think he will be there at the number 5, since that was your question earlier, it's just the curse, right? Read the curse. I don't know.
The curse.
But yeah, I don't think Saquon would be there at the 5, honestly.
No.
Coring Henny says, "I was aiming for Dobbins, so it worked out for me." He says, "I'm taking CD and JJ over Puka." It's not bad. Those guys are top 5 in the league all the time, so it wouldn't be bad to do that. Jefferson at the 8. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. He says, "That's it. I can't take any more. Give me CMC." Says CM. Says Mr. Magic. That's crazy. All right, Reed, if you want to read some of those off, I'm going to look at Ray's here. I'm going to read it silently and then give my grade.
All right. Would you guys choose Jefferson or CD Lamb? For me, I think Jefferson will have a really great year, but I just don't know who J.J. McCarthy is and how much he's going to force feed him, how consistent he's going to be. So for me, I trust Dak over J.J. McCarthy, and that's why I'll take C.D. Lamb all day over Justin Jefferson. Not saying Justin Jefferson's going to be bad this year. I just don't. I can't trust that his production is going to be the same, where he can get you those 30-point games for you. I just don't. I can't trust it right now.
It is true. It is true.
He was light up the Pats today, but this is preseason, guys. It's preseason.
How funny. Alrighty. So let me go over Rays here real fast. I definitely love the running backs there. Derrick Henry, I still think is going to be very serviceable. Again, he has that bet right read with Adam Sandler. If he gets over, 1,000 rushing yards or something like that he will be in a movie with Adam Sandler, something like that.
Yeah.
So definitely think he is going to actually strive for that, and he will be getting the rock there for Baltimore again.
Yep.
Achan, love it. Higgins, I'm not so high on. He just had this whole dispute with the Bengals, and he ended up getting paid a little bit. So there's some drama there, in my opinion. And Higgins behind Jamar Chase still, I think it's just not your best wide receiver one, but you went ahead and got Garrett Wilson 2 picks later after that, or 3 picks later after that, and DJ Moore. So not bad there. Myers and Egbuka will definitely help you with those flex positions, in my opinion, if one of those guys does not work out. Joe Burrow, great quarterback to have all the time. David Njoku is a great tight end. I know you said that you were going to get Dobbins over Kincaid, so I do like that as another guy behind Zach Charbonnet and Montgomery. So not a bad one. I think I'm going to go with a B here. I just think that there's some other picks I would have gotten instead of some of those guys, and maybe a little bit more of like some higher tiered running backs here. But that's possibly about it. I like these 2 guys, though, so it makes up for it just a bit. Cool.
All right. Let's get back to the comments. Save your voice, Vincent. Had to get Goff and Laporta pair, and then Purdy and Juan pair. Man, your review was great. You loved your review, Vince.
Grazie.
I'm getting a lot of lambs, but close. What?
Getting a lot of lambs.
Oh, people answering lambs to that.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I just think it's more consistent, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's the number 1 guy there, for sure.
Pouring Henny says, I agree, though. I'm running back light, but I think Henderson forms later season, and J.K. Dobbins could make up for the early season. That was my thought process. I personally love Henderson, the pick. I think he will work out in New England. I definitely think he can be the bell cow over there. I don't know exactly what Vrabel will do as the head coach there, but I do really like the Henderson pick personally.
He is an all-around back, that's for sure.
Mines. We shouldn't doubt J.J. McCarthy when Darnold had a career year. Kevin O'Connell and his system helps quarterbacks thrive. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the Vikings. I wish Kevin O'Connell was a terrible head coach. He is not, unfortunately. He is able to draw the best out of quarterbacks. The thing is, at the end of the day, J.J. McCarthy is still a rookie. He only got like a couple preseason snaps before he ended up getting injured, and then he was out the entire year, and he's just gotten healthy. I think cleared maybe a month or 2 ago. I'm not sure the exact timeline. So he's just been in the film room. Hopefully, he's learning a lot. But at the end of the day, live game reps is what helps quarterbacks get better. I definitely think J.J. McCarthy has a better chance of being successful because of Kevin O'Connell. But I cannot say 100% put the money down that this guy's going to be an incredible quarterback for his team this year. And that's why everybody has the Vikings rated so low. It's because the question mark of J.J. McCarthy. If we know J.J. McCarthy's going to be his average quarterback or above average quarterback, the Vikings will be much higher rated team in the NFC North, in the NFC overall. But right now, they're rated pretty low right now. But 100%, Kevin O'Connell is a great coach, unfortunately.
Ditto.
Hill over Higgins, Vince?
I think I would have personally gone Garrett Wilson where you got Higgins at, and then maybe have sniped Devontae Adams early.
Yes.
in that spot there. I think those guys are way better than having Higgins and Wilson. You'll have Wilson and Devontae Adams. In my opinion, another number 2 wide receiver there with Adams, but definitely has a way better opportunity to get the ball. So
He demands targets.
yeah,
Trust me.
he's
I
good.
know.
He's good. I think he's
He
better than
demands it.
Higgins for sure. Just a little bit older.
I know I have Achan too, though. That's why I didn't get Hill. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
betting high on the Dolphins. I get
yeah.
that. Big Money Joe did well. Didn't he all draft for a little bit?
I don't know. I think he
Oh,
got one pick that auto drafted
I'm not
this one,
sure.
but yeah, he's doing a strategy where he's just sniping a whole bunch of freaking running backs.
Ooh, wow. I actually don't hate his team.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Depends if Diggs works out. If Diggs works out, then it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually might try to draft Calvin Ridley in one of my fantasies. I do think actually watching him and Cam Ward, they've looked
Said
all
no
right.
auto draft.
Oh, no auto
Okay,
draft. It was probably the last one, I think. Then
gotcha. Considering Rice didn't get suspended at all, which I don't think till 2026. So his he got suspended, but his appeal got moved to the September 30th or something like that. I think that's how it worked. So he will get suspended most likely 4 games after that, in my opinion. So it may be a mid-season suspension.
suspension. Yeah,
That's the way I see it right now. I don't know if I'm 100% right though.
yeah. It got moved, but there is pending suspension orders for him.
Gotcha. All right. I'm thinking of hoping I get Henderson at 5 in my dynasty league. I'm just wondered if Marion will be there. Which one of those two would you take if they're both there and have the possibility to keep? Ooh, that's a tough one.
I think I might go Marion Hampton, to be
Yeah.
honest. They've really tried to beef up that Chargers O line. Obviously, they lost one of their key pieces, but Marion Hampton just looks like a freaking animal, in my opinion. Um, but Travion Henderson is just a different type of back, in my opinion. He's more elusive, and I don't know if that's going to work out with the Patriots type
Yeah.
of style.
It's for their entire careers. I feel better about the Chargers for their entire career than I do currently about the Patriots.
Yeah.
After this year, may feel a different way about the Patriots with Vrabel as the head coach for the future, but I just know Harbaugh will make the Chargers great again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How early would you should get Henderson? Around the 4th or 5th? Where did you get him? This is a 10-man league. You got him in the 7th.
Yeah.
In a
So
12-man, yeah, I would get him probably in the 5th.
So it'll be different for you though too. Also, oh no, it's Mr. Magic.
Yeah,
I think it was somebody else that was doing that keeper league. So
yeah.
in the keeper league, it would be different. But if it was just a regular redraft or draft for the what's it called, the dynasty, then I think he'll last all the way down to the 4th. I think.
Ray Gamer says, I just got Madden 26 today. Hey, congrats, man. Let us know how it is.
Yeah.
I personally haven't gotten a Madden in 2 years now just because I feel it's a complete waste of money, at least for me. And I always just get absolutely, I'm not going to say the words, screwed in that game with its Madden physics or whatever.
It's so bad.
I if I could get it for like half off, I would, but not at full price. I just took long to pick due to bad reception.
Okay, there you go.
It's too risky for me. Now I don't like it. Yeah, it's a question mark of if he's going to play the entire season. I think he's going to at least get 3 to 4 games suspension. It just depends if it happens this year or they delay it to next year. I think it's possible that it happens this year. 4 games max, most likely. I think that's the max. I would be shocked if it went any farther with what he did.
There's been some way more horrific things that have only gotten like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
So
I still can't believe he got hurt by my own quarterback last year. I had him in many leagues. Who got hurt?
Who's he talking about? Oh, Rice. He's talking about Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, that destroyed so many leagues.
Did I tell y'all about that? I traded away Rasheed Rice like a day or two right before.
To our friend Carlos, right?
Yeah, I traded him a day or two right before he got injured, and then he got injured, and the guy was asking me to trade him back.
Yeah.
He's like, "You fleeced me." He's like, "That's not fair."
Yep. I remember hearing that about that argument that it wasn't fair.
It's so crazy.
Is that league still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive. Trophy
Okay.
League. Yeah.
All right.
Carlos isn't in it though.
Oh,
He never texted me back about fantasy.
God, damn. I appreciate the answers. Hey, we appreciate you tuning in, Pouring Henny. We appreciate you, man. Hey, hit that like button. I don't know if you ever hit the sub button before, but hit the sub button. Helps us out a lot.
Oh, show.
How early would you get Henderson in a 10-man?
In my opinion, I think the highest I would get him is 6 or 7.
Yeah, I would try to take him in the sits just because I don't. I would take him over Joe Mixon. I'll tell you that. So I'll take him in the sits.
Yeah, I would agree there.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is not the same guy he is, or he was.
I just got off match 26, just got it today as well. Got through my placement matches 4 through 1. It feels a lot like college football 25, which disappoints me. I haven't touched that one either.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Madden or an NCAA and actually played it more than like 2 times in like 5 years, probably.
I would actually be down to get an NCAA if other people got it, so I can play with them.
I like the what's it called, like kind of like Dynasty mode or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I like those things better than regular play.
I just like doing the mascot uniforms. I like playing as Stanley the Tree.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
It's so funny.
Just a bunch of trees running around. That's my favorite thing. In our league, I had Godwin and Rice. Ooh. That's a tough league. Henderson or Kamara is pretty tough for me. I'll take Henderson.
I think I have to go Henderson. I said it earlier, Reed, while you were asleep. I said I think this is the first year that I'm not going to draft Kamara in any leagues.
Wow. If Vincent doesn't believe in Kamara, nobody should believe in Kamara.
Yeah.
Who had a better year out of rookie running backs besides Hampton? Pittsburgh, New England, or Cleveland? Cleveland definitely not. He hasn't even signed yet.
Yeah, Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, I can't trust to draft him because he's an employee yet, guys. He's not even an employee.
Yeah, he's not even on a contract yet.
So I don't know the situation in Pittsburgh too well. If Jalen Warren's going to fully give up that role, I would say Omarion Hampton has the best chance because I think he's going to hit the ground running.
Yeah, for me, it's either Hampton, Henderson, or what's his name, Harvey. I think those 3 have the best bet to be one of the better running backs in the league as a rookie. They're just in the best situation.
They were popping off. Yeah, they were. Says he's been subbed and liked while I joined in here. I've been here a couple times. My apologies. I think this is the first time I've seen you. So welcome to NSP. We are a incredible football channel. I haven't played Madden in like a decade, LOL. I don't think you've missed much, unfortunately. Which it should be the greatest game of all time.
But it's just not. They don't add enough, in my opinion, or make it as realistic as they've said they want.
Give me dynasty teams.
Yeah.
2K has dynasty teams. Give me a dynasty team, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
More of an NHL and FIFA guy. As for the gameplay, I've only played NHL once on a game system like a long time ago. And FIFA, I can never understand the rules fully, so it's hard for me.
Yeah, definitely have to know the rules.
I don't understand their offsides rule fully. I kind of understand it. I don't understand it fully.
So with the offsides, one of your players cannot be in front of a defender, and then you pass him the ball.
They have zones. I don't understand the zones. There's too many of them. Like hockey, you get 2 zones, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
Soccer, you got so many zones. Kamara's going to be peppered with volume, and volume is king for PPR.
Yeah, but last year was the first year where Kamara actually had multiple injuries throughout the entire season. He had broken ribs. He had a fracture somewhere else. He was just running on fumes the whole year. And obviously he did well, but it just wasn't – it's not going to be the same this year, I think. he's going to get the ball too many times and it's going to end up wearing on him.
Papa Chaka says opinions on Amarion Hampton. We've talked to him about him a bunch these past few minutes, and we think he's going to be an absolute home run. Personally,
yeah, he should be. As long as he stays healthy, he should have a great season.
Yep. Yes, Madden 21 through 24 felt like the exact same thing. I didn't like those much last year. Seemed a little bit different, but never owned it. This Madden, at least, I think a little bit better than all those. Probably first one I liked since Madden 20. All right. Well, you convinced me that it might be better, but I don't know if I can commit my paycheck yet, you know?
Exactly.
Triple H, Henderson, Hampton, Harvey. Hampton, are you asking Henderson, Hampton, or Harvey?
Triple H.
Then Hampton, then Henderson, then Harvey for me. If you're asking us to rank.
I don't know if he's asking us to rank. I think he's just saying the Triple H. Like, getting all three would be insane.
I love it.
I'm going to try that in the league. I'm going to try to get all three.
Oh, my gosh.
That'd be cool.
What's good? Just got back from basketball, boys. What is up, Frank? Good to have you. We are about to end as soon as we finish these comments, but thank you for coming in and tuning in, man. Hope your basketball was great. Old 2Ks were much better than also like MLB. The show still used to play NHL years ago was fun. Never played MLB on the game system. Hopefully Kamara gets traded. Wow.
Honestly, yeah, I just don't think he's willing to. I think he wants to be a Saint forever.
Don't blame him. It's a great town.
Mm-hmm.
But who's going to take that hefty contract? Not a lot. Y'all think Kansas City kicker is still a good option? Who are some kickers y'all would get? Would be picked last or late? I think he's definitely draftable out of the kickers available. I don't know if I would put him in the top 5, but just because I don't know what the Kansas City offense would be this year, but I definitely think he should be drafted.
For me, it's Boswell McLaughlin from Tampa Bay, and there's one more. I just can't remember his name. But there's one more that I've always been getting, and they work out well for me throughout the season.
The old Mariners were so good a long time ago. Yep. I'm on the opposite side. I didn't really like 20 to 21. I've been a fan of 22 to 25. 26 feels like NCAA 25, and I'm not a fan of the arcadey, no defense style. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a lot of gameplay of it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Triple H strategy. I love it. Have a good night. You as well, Andrea. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys. Good night. Good night to you, Mr. Magic. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. And I'm not going to put up your comment, Big Money Joe.
Dicker the
but
kicker.
yeah, Dicker the kicker is a great option. I usually aim for quarterback at least 45. It's hard to get Lamar, Josh Allen, or Daniels. I still prefer Hurts over Daniels, though. I don't like drafting quarterbacks early. I'm like, get me the last. I want to get my quarterback before everybody gets their backup quarterback. That's where I draft my QB.
Yeah, I would say like a safe area for quarterbacks is like round 6 through 10 probably is where you can get a very, very good quarterback that could be a top 10 quarterback and not too far behind Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and all them. But yeah, quarterbacks are the highest scorers most of the time in leagues, but it's what you give up in other positions when you draft 100%. Them super early. So,
100%.
Oh, show.
All right, you like them through 7 or 9 or 6? Yeah, it's never made sense to me to draft a QB so high. All right. Yeah. I think that's it, Vince. Are we good?
Yes, sir. We are.
All right. Peachy. I'll go ahead and end it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I apologize that I slept through half the stream, but I'm here to end it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys like the stream, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys enjoying what we're doing, guess what? We're live every Monday, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Unless I'm sleeping, we are there, and we will be there to give you guys either NFL news content or we're going to talk about some fantasy stuff, all right? So thank you guys so much. See you guys next time. And until then, keep on grinding.